Veterans, they're our friends, our family, our neighbors who answered the call of duty, but who now are among Maine's homeless. Good evening, I'm Pat Callahan.
And I'm Cindy Williams. According to the most recent numbers from the Maine Homeless Veterans Action Committee, as of the end of August, just over 100 veterans were homeless.
And if you think it's strictly a southern Maine issue, think again. More than half of those homeless vets were in central and northern parts of the state. The good news is that number is shrinking.
News Center Maine's Clay Gordon is here with more on how agencies are working together to make sure that those veterans have a roof over their heads.
Yeah, and Maine homeless vets, historically the numbers have been much higher, Pat and Cindy, but now they've been dropping drastically in the last few years thanks to the efforts of Preble Street in Portland, veterans groups, and federal dollars. Now the goal is to have zero in the state, and today I met a man who shared his story of how he was able to use these resources to get off the streets.
After serving in the U.S. Army, hitting the road in a touring van and traveling for sales, a job took Michael Preble across the country.
Time I was in a legal knot over the house that I thought for sure was going to undo itself.
Then a divorce, and Preble was kicked to the curb.
I would jump in the passenger seat and recline the seat all the way back and then cover up with, the sleeping bags.
That was his life for months, even while he was working.
Taking showers with gallon jugs of water. I somehow went from the American dream to living in my car.
Preble didn't know there are resources available for veterans here in Maine to get them back on their feet.
And know that there are so many people that sacrificed a great deal more than I did during my time. If it wasn't for Preble Street, I don't know where we would be right now.
I think a lot of people know Preble Street for its shelters and soup kitchens. The veterans work is a big part of what we do.
Now the Resource Center is working to make Maine the 4th state to end veteran homelessness. A feat Executive Director Mark Swan says is possible.
We're only talking about 25 veterans or so each month that enter the shelter system in the entire state of Maine. I mean, it's a small number. We're actually talking about just 7 people in the whole state who are what we call chronically homeless.
Preble Street helped connect Preble with a 3-bedroom apartment in Lewiston, an apartment he and his girlfriend are already decorating for the holidays.
I thought about maybe decorating a pine cone and hanging it from my rearview mirror.
Because there was no Christmas last year. This year, Michael, Chelsea, and their children will have a home filled with music and decorations.
Now, one way to reduce Maine's number of homeless vets to zero is by getting them into affordable housing. They are looking for landlords across the state, and Preble Street will help provide caseworkers and financial support. To learn more information, you can go to landlordshelp.org. And Pat and Cindy, they believe they can achieve this goal by just getting 20 landlords across the entire state, just 20.
So they should be able to make that happen. All right, thanks, Clay.